I'm coming up on Tuesday. Calling you. Trust me, I'll keep my day job. So that I just can't lose. If I'm on my way. I'm coming up on Tuesday. Yes, on you. So that I just can't lose. If I'm on. I'll be with you till the end. If I'm on my be glad to stay. Don't worry, guys. I will keep my day job. Don't worry, I'll keep my day job. I wanted to have some news I wanted to share with you guys. Give me a moment. Welcome if you're watching this for the first time. Come on home. Yes, come on. Hey, baby. Oh, hello. Say hello. Drop a hi. Yes, come on. Good to meet you. If you're new to my page. I'm going to be jamming here for a little bit because I have some celebration I wanted to share. That's Lionel Richie's song updated. Anyways, hi everyone. My name is Rakshana Treem. If you're new to this page, welcome. I wanted to share some amazing things, and I had to shift up the energy because I was feeling kind of low. I was feeling emotional. I was feeling really emotional the last couple of days, and then I realized that it's actually a highlight of my life. So Women's Lifestyle Coaching, which is my public page for Chana Dream, my business is celebrating 7 years in business. And that is such a highlight. It's such a big deal for me. And I want to take a moment to celebrate because sometimes it's really hard for a lot of entrepreneurs because they get into the moment, they don't celebrate like one thing after another task, another goal, and you forget to celebrate that. And sometimes I do. So I wanted to take a moment just to celebrate and also share some knowledge, some wisdom, maybe the 5. I'm going to share some knowledge and wisdom, my favorite 5s things that I do daily that really helps me focus on my goals. So that way it can help me be a better person. So, I wanted to take you guys back a little bit. So about 7 years ago, no, 8 years ago, I got my bachelor's degree in science and human development. And I was so afraid that I won't get a job. And then my dear friend, Janelle, helped me get a job. He was in McMinnville. And I had to drive about an hour to work. And then coming back was an hour and a half with traffic and everything. And I was at that job for about 3 years or so. And don't get me wrong, I was very grateful, but I was not happy that I had spent almost 10 years working on my bachelor's degree to realize this is not what I want to do. I wanted to start a business, which, eventually I started my business part-time while working full-time in McMinnville. So driving an hour and a half, both ways to Portland. So I did that for 3 years, and then I hired a coach. I had worked with a therapist. I worked with some psychiatrists to work some mental health issues that I was dealing with my past and my health and all of that. And I'm just so proud to say that Women's Lifestyle Coaching LLC is 7 years today since I had applied for the license to be certified as a business owner. And I am grateful for their journey. I'm going to tell you this as an entrepreneur, this has not been easy. But what I realize is I continue showing up in the most uncomfortable way, meeting some incredible people. And what has happened through that is just that, my business has grown. So my business it's on an umbrella. It's a number one, my number one product is the coaching product, the one-on-one coaching that I do with clients, building the life that they want, usually 6 months. And then after that, another product that I have is very popular is retreats. And people hire me to facilitate retreats in different counties, in different cities, in different countries. I love that because I love connecting people to the land, connecting people to the earth, connecting people to ground themselves, talking about meditation and mindfulness and all those amazing jam that helps us be a better mom, a better wife, a better philanthropist, a better CEO, and all of that. And also, under the Women's Lifestyle Coaching, I do consultation for businesses. And I also do a product called the Confidence Speakers Catalyst, which my friend Lonnie and I co-created that. So we're hoping to bring that twice a year, every day, which it helps people share their stories upfront and facilitate that so that way that stories does not hold them back. So those are the amazing things. And now I'm going to go on and tell you that number 7 is a big deal. Celebrating number 7. Well, hi, Frank. Hi, so good to see you. Celebrating number 7 is a big deal. And, it's not only the person I have become and the work that I have done, it's really the learning journey I have enjoyed through that journey, the learning, everything that I'm learning, what I know today, and hopefully to share some of these tips at the end. And really, I believe that when we have something to share, when we learn something, it is our goal and purpose to share it with the world. And that way, that makes the world go round. So here are my 5 things that I have on my vision board in front of me, on my journal, the things that I constantly look on my calendar, my reminder, my affirmation, everything that I have here is these are the things that I practice every single day. They're called my 5 F's. So my first F is faith. My faith to my universe, to my God, to my Buddha, to my Allah is the most important thing. And I realize that I practice that every day, and I practice that through my faith as my gratitude. I do that with my family, I do that with my friends, and I do that with my mastermind. So that's part of my faith practice that I practice every day, not just praying, also mindfulness. My faith is also practicing meditation, shutting down my mind. As you know, most entrepreneurs are constantly on, and it's hard to turn off that mind. And with me being so dramatic, emotional in the last couple of days with a lot of things going on personally, it's been really hard to shut down my mind. So mindfulness, that goes back with my faith, and also goes back with prayers, and it goes back with meditation. That's one of my practices. So that's number 1. And then number 2 is family and friends. And I believe in the value of having family and friends, and you probably have seen that in the relationship. If you have met me in person, if you have come into my life, you have probably realized that when I talk to you, you always feel like you're probably the number 1 person in my life. And I believe that my family feels the same way. I doubt that my kids feel that way. I think if they think that I'm constantly annoying them, but but I really feel like when you come into my life, I'm going to make you feel like you are the number 1 most important person in my life. And, if you have the energy to cultivate that relationship is going to grow. And that goes in for my family relationship with my nieces, with my siblings, with my mom. oh my goodness, I hadn't talked to my mom in a long time, and now we have reconnected, and I'm having this amazing bonding relationship with her, and I'm loving the journey that I'm on, getting to know who she's becoming, and I'm sure that she is loving the person I am becoming as well. So we're kind of growing together. I'm going on a retreat this weekend. My mom is coming on a retreat. I'm super excited for that. So that is the other one. So family and friends, to the relationship that I'm so, that is so important to me. And the relationship doesn't also mean the relationship with my family. It means also with my business partners. If you're in business with me, if you work with business, we've worked with deals before, or we've referred clients, like I treat that relationship as most like your family to me. So, and then I also, with relationship, I'm always thinking about how can we take our relationship to the next level. Like recently, I just, I spent some time with my friend Shari, and I got to travel with her. And I'm always thinking, how can I take my relationship with my friend Shari to the next level? And I know that every time we travel, we've traveled a couple of times, is our relationship bonds. We take it to the next level. And that's the same thing I do with my business partner. I'm always challenging myself to grow, to be a better person, to be a better aunt, to be a better mom, to be a better wife, to be a better friend. And I thrive to be a better person. At the end of this world, I want to say, have I done my job? I want to feel complete, and that's going to make me feel complete. So, and so now, family and friends is the second, and fitness. And when I talk about fitness, is I haven't been to the gym in a long time, but I climb a lot of mountains. And mountains for me represent fitness, and also represents my mental health, and it also represents my fitness health. So I'm always challenging myself to climb another mountain, because I know that, when I climb that mountain, that means I can do anything I set my mind to. So, I walk every day. I walk the dog. I do some meditation. I haven't been to the gym in a long time. I feel guilty, and I know I need to get up, but I do the basic stuff just to get me by. So fitness is another thing that's very, very important to me. So, also building those muscles to climb that next mountain. And that mountain also means spiritual. It also means physical ability. Like I talk about my health and my past, and how I had a lot of past traumas, and how I had a lot of health problems. So making sure that those habits are part of my lifestyle. So I recently got a dog a year ago, so walking the dog is part of my fitness and healthy lifestyles. And then financial freedom. And I cannot tell you important that we make time for things that's important. If money is important, then it's important for you to write those numbers down, to break that down. What is going out, what's going in? So you have that mindset of an abundance, that okay, if this is coming in and this is going out, how much am I contributing back? How much am I eating out? How much am I saving? I mean, the time that we make to look at our finances is as much as important as time it is for you to make your dreams come true. And I'm not just talking this ooh la la, blah, blah, blah here. These are the things that I practice. These are the things that I teach. These are the things I do public speaking about, inspiration speaking about. This is the thing about the book I wrote, the blogs that I do, the newsletter that I do, the posts that I do. It's really money is the same way. There was a book called Money and Sex. The same way you have pleasure for sex, and it's the same way you have pleasure for money. So it's like about enjoyment of money as you're working through that mindset. Because when you work through the mindset with money, you'll have better mindset. So one of the beautiful things about having a mindset of money is not only you're making more people will make more, then they will spend that more money that they think that they're saving. So they go on and get another job. So they get into this rat race. And I was there, because I used to be a single mom, and I used to work two, three jobs and trying to get contracts here. So money is financial freedom. For me, money means freedom. Money means time. And if I'm going to be doing something that's tedious, it's going to take a lot of time and energy and money, I would rather hire someone else to do that work for me, so that way I can spend that chunk of time with the people that I love. And then most and lastly, number 5 is fun, which I call this play. This has been such a huge part of my lifestyle. Like, I work 75%, and then I play 32% of my time. So when I put my calendar, the first calendar of the new year, the first thing I do is I plan all my playtime. I plan my kayaking trips, I plan my hiking trips, my mountain climbing trips, I plan all my vacation, and then I plan all the work stuff, because I realize that God wants you to have fun. I was reminding my husband this today. He's like, I have to be at the hospital, I have to do this. And I'm like, God wants you to have fun. He wants you to play. He wants you to explore. He wants you to challenge yourself. So go out there, add fun in your life. So what is it that adds fun? What is it that adds play? For me, again, it goes back to that relationship building, mountain climbing, being outside, kayaking, being in the water. Those are fun things to you. So all right, beautiful souls. Today I'm celebrating a big highlight. Give me a high five because this has been an enormous journey. And I know you are part of my life because you have, for a reason, been a client. You've been to my workshop. You've been to you have downloaded my resources, or you're in my email list, or you are following me because whatever I have posted. So I just want you to know, give me a high five and let me know what is it that you have learned in the past few months that you just followed my social media, in the past month that you have connected with me. Share in the comments. I would really like to know. So those are my 5 things that I'm super grateful for. Those are my 5 practices that are my daily thing that I look at. They're my vision board. They're my journals. They're everything that I practice. And I believe that I live, I breathe, I do this work. And you have all seen that. And if you ever wanted help with facilitating that, helping you with that, coaching you, mentoring you, I will be more than happy to be part of your journey. Happy birthday to a women's lifestyle coaching, and thank you for following the journey, and thank you for trusting me as I bring you guys content and videos. Sometimes some of these videos don't even make sense. They're silly. They're just me dancing around. But I realize, if you met me in person, you're probably going to get the same person you see online and the same person you're going to meet in person. So I have met so many people. It's like, I feel like I know you. I'm like, you do. I know you. I don't know you because you haven't been pretty open, but mostly I'm very vulnerable on my social media because I am real. I try my best to show up how with my mistakes, give permission for other people to say, embrace your lessons, embrace your life, embrace your journey, because that's all part of life. All right, beautiful souls, that is all for today. Today I'm celebrating 7 years in women's lifestyle coaching. Woot woot, this has been a triumph. A lot of things has happened, but mostly the person who I've grown to be. I'm so grateful. And thank you for being on the journey with me on this. And I'll talk to you guys so later. Abraços, hugs. Mwah. Bye-bye. Don't worry, I'll be my day job. I'm going to continue that way to share with you guys. Give me a moment. Welcome if you want to do the hello. Say hello, hi. Good to meet you. If you're using my page. I'm going to be sharing here for all of that. Give it a celebration I want to share. Diana Richard song updated. Anyways, hi everyone. My name is Roxana Treem. If you're new to this page, welcome. I wanted to share some amazing things, and I had to shift up the energy because I was feeling kind of low. I was feeling emotional. I was feeling really, really emotional the last couple of days. And then I realized that it's actually a highlight of my life. So, Women's Lifestyle Coaching, which is my public page for China Dream, my business is celebrating 7 years in business. And that is such a highlight. It's such a big deal for me. And I want to take a moment to celebrate because sometimes it's really hard for a lot of entrepreneurs because they get into the moment, they don't celebrate like one thing after another task, another goal, and you forget to celebrate that. And sometimes I do. So I wanted to take a moment just to celebrate and also share some knowledge, some wisdom, maybe the five. I'm going to share some knowledge and wisdom, my favorite fives things that I do daily that really helps me focus on my goals. So that way it can help me be a better person. So, I want to take you guys back a little bit. So about 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I got my bachelor's degree in science and human development. And I was so afraid that I won't get a job. And then my dear friend, Janelle, helped me get a job. It was in McMinnville. And I had to drive about an hour to work. And then coming back was an hour and a half with traffic and everything. And I was at that job for about 3 years or so. And don't get me wrong, I was very grateful, but I was not happy that I had spent almost 10 years working on my bachelor's degree to realize this is not what I want to do. I wanted to start a business, which, eventually I started my business part-time while working full-time in McMinnville. So driving an hour and a half, both ways to Portland. So I did that for 3 years, and then I had a coach. I had worked with a therapist. I worked with some psychiatrists to work some mental health issues that I was dealing with my past and my health and all of that. And I'm just so proud to say that Women's Lifestyle Coaching LLC is 7 years today since I had applied for the license to be certified as a business owner. And I am grateful for the journey. I'm going to tell you this as an entrepreneur, this has not been easy, but what I realize is I continue showing up in the most uncomfortable way, meeting some incredible people. And what has happened through that is just that, my business has grown. So my business it's under an umbrella. It's the number one, my number one product is the coaching product, the one-on-one coaching that I do with clients, building the life that they want, usually 6 months. And then after that, another product that I have is very popular is retreats, and people hire me to facilitate retreats in different counties, in different cities, in different countries. I love that because I love connecting people to the land, connecting people to the earth, connecting people to ground themselves, talking about meditation and mindfulness and all those amazing jam that helps us be a better mom, a better wife, a better philanthropist, a better CEO, and all of that. And also, under the Women's Lifestyle Coaching, I do consultation for businesses. And I also do a product called the Confidence Speakers Catalyst, which my friend Lonnie and I co-created that. So we're hoping to bring that twice a year, every day, which it helps people share their stories up front and facilitate that so that way that stories does not hold them back. So those are the amazing things. And now I'm going to go on and tell you that number 7 is a big deal. Celebrating number 7. Well, hi, Frank. Hi, so good to see you. Celebrating number 7 is a big deal. And, it's not only the person I have become and the work that I have done, it's really the learning journey. I have enjoyed through that journey, everything that I'm learning, what I know today, and hopefully to share some of these tips at the end. And really, I believe that when we have something to share, when we learn something, it is our goal and purpose to share it with the world, and that way that makes the world go round. So here are my 5 things that I have on my vision board in front of me, on my journal, the things that I constantly look on my calendar, my reminder, my affirmation, everything that I have here is these are the things that I practice every single day. They're called my 5 F's. So my first F is faith.
Roxana
my faith to my universe, to my God, to my Buddha, to my Allah is the most important thing. And I realize that I practice that every day, and I practice that through my faith as my gratitude gratitude. I do that with my family. I do that with my friends, and I do that with my mastermind. So that's part of my faith practice that I practice every day, not just praying, also mindfulness. My faith is also practicing meditation, shutting down my mind. As you know, most entrepreneurs are constantly on, and it's hard to turn off that mind. And with me being so dramatic, emotional in the last couple of days, with a lot of things going on personally, it's been really hard to shut down my mind. So mindfulness, that goes back with my faith, and also goes back with prayers, and it goes back with meditation. That's one of my practices. So that's number one. And then number two is family and friends. And I believe in the value of having family and friends, and how, and you probably have seen that in the relationship. If you have met me in person, if you have come into my life, you will probably realize that when I talk to you, you always feel like you're probably the number one person in my life. And I believe that my family feels the same way. I doubt that my kids feel that way. I think if they think that I'm constantly annoying them. Hi, Miss Holly. How are you? Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I'm good. I was feeling kind of down the last couple of days. I'm like, what is going on? And then I looked at my calendar today. It's actually my celebration. My
Need it for knowing just for the purpose of this conversation, like,
Yeah.
so I think I'm picking you guys up at the train station, or was it around noon?
I believe so. Let me look at the train station one more time. So let's
Okay.
see. We have um let's see, Amtrak. Yeah, one of the person canceled and my mom got on it. She's like, "Can I come?" I'm like,
Yeah, that's
"Yeah."
awesome. Yeah, I know you had a little bit of a waiting list, but definitely get mom on there.
Okay, so please be there. Yeah, so the train departs at 11:10.
Oh, it departs at 11:10, so you'll be down here about 1, just before 1:30, I bet.
Yeah, so
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
we'll be
that's-
there
okay,
about,
that sounds familiar.
it arrives at 1:50.
Okay, 150. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. I'm grateful we have long days. You know, like the
Yeah.
sun doesn't go down till just about 9 now. So what I was imagining is that I would pick y'all up at the train station, and then we're gonna head about 30 minutes west of town,
Uh-huh.
almost directly, and we're gonna head down. We're gonna head out towards Florence, but we're gonna stop at a winery called Sarber,
Uh-huh.
which is, it's not super fancy, but it has really good wine. The view is amazing.
Okay.
And it's kind of like we can, you know, have fun. 'Cause
Okay.
people, you know, might be hungry by then, and then they have snacks available for purchase as well.
Okay. Okay.
So this is heading due west, and then from there we'll head on to Florence.
Okay.
And in Florence, I thought we could, so this is where I'm looking to you to we can brainstorm what we think is the best approach.
Okay.
So in Florence are these huge sand dunes,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're pretty epic, you know?
Yeah.
So we could do a tiny little hike over, the sand dune itself, to hike up and over it is enough exertion after drinking water.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, I think I've been there. That's gonna be epic. Yes, and it's not a long hike. It's small. Just
Yeah.
kind of like, because that's awesome.
it's like up and over, you know. And there's different dunes that have different levels of, like, is it a steep one, or then there's one that's a little less. So we can gauge the group and decide how much energy people have to do that.
Okay.
And then we'll just really kind of like photo op. You know, it's really about hiking over the dune and having a photo opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Breathing the ocean air, of course. Then we'll hike back over, get in the van, and head to downtown Florence.
Mm-hmm.
And this is optional. This is kind of, again, we can gauge how the group is feeling. Do we want to stop at there's a cute little bottle shop in Florence, which allows us to see the cute little town.
Mm-hmm.
That we can get off, have another sip of wine, or people can just grab a bottle for later.
Mm-hmm.
And this can be like a 30-45 minute stop at most.
Okay.
And people can choose their own adventure. They can stay in the bottle shop. They can go to the shop next door. They can kind of get a little sense of downtown Florence.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
that
that.
sound good?
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
right.
Cool. And then from there, we keep heading down. We pull out of Florence downtown, and we head south along the coast, and then we'll turn left to go back east through Reedsport, which will get us back to the Airbnb, which is near Scottsburg.
Okay.
And then there we'll eat. So we'll have to, somewhere along the way, decide. We have some options to discuss together as a group. We can get to go fish and chips. We can stop by a store in Florence. We can there's a great little crab shack. People can grab crab
Mm-hmm.
or tuna. So there's some options that we can kind of brainstorm. We have plenty of time on the drive to brainstorm what people want to do,
Okay.
and enough options to, I think, satisfy everybody.
Okay. Wonderful.
And then we'll get back to the goal. I think if I have my timing right, 2, say 3, 4. I just feel like we have plenty of time. We don't have to be on too tight of a schedule.
Yeah, we have a lot of layover. Yeah.
Yeah. That we can get back in time to get situated when there's still daylight, and then get comfortable out on the patio with whatever we're eating for sunset.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
And it's going to be low tide this weekend. I was just looking. So let's think about that too. So hang on, low tide in, so it's by Report, Report, right? That's the town.
Reedsport is the closest Yeah,
Okay.
is the closest, or Waldport. No, not Waldport. Winchester Bay is
Yeah.
the closest ocean front to the house.
Okay. Yeah. So that's another option too. We can go see so Saturday
So then
Thai.
I thought, yeah,
Yeah.
the next day we could go and have even more beach time
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
and hike time, and that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about. So yeah, I mean, it's optional. If people want to get back to the house and settle in before dark, we can do that. Or if people want to watch the sunset and get back after dark, we can do that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can kind of read. My mom was
Yeah.
worried that we're gonna be doing like mountain climbing. I'm like, no, you have not met Holly. She's a very whimsical hike. So
Yeah, I am not serious about that for sure. Sand dunes I can handle.
I know that's good. So no, I told her we're not doing anything strenuous. We're just doing something easy and fun.
Nice, nice, cool. So yeah, that'll be optional. And then considering low tide, on Saturday we have all day to, I think,
Mhm.
fit in. And this is where I'm really going to rely on you knowing your group.
Mhm.
We're learning about them on the way.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't know all of them.
No, I don't. Actually, I don't know all of them. No.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
So we've got some options on Saturday. We can do some beach time. We can. There's a working dock there
Mhm.
with some fresh fish options.
Okay.
There are several waterfall hikes within not a long drive.
Mhm.
Here, I actually screenshotted it to text you.
Okay.
But from just the name of it being hike and sip, we're gonna assume on Saturday people want to do some hiking. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So should be coming through here to you in a minute.
And then yeah, so talking about the hikes, I'm worried like if I should pick up some snacks just to have maybe have them have a water bottle or something based on the hike.
Yeah,
and then
definitely a water bottle.
just
We'll have lots of opportunities along the way to pick up snacks.
okay.
And so that should be definitely a focus of like preparing, like, hey guys, we gotta, stop at the grocery store,
Yeah.
or like a little market or something. But there's a grocery store right there in Florence,
Okay.
which will be really, I think, our only option for grocery store. Actually, there's one in Reedsport as well. So yeah, we'll have some options to make sure that effort happens.
Okay.
So it's not going through because I'm instead of building. But
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. We can figure out when you get a chance to send it to me and so I can see
Okay.
I can see some elevation and see how long of a hike it is. Oh, there it is. I got it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ones that are near the house is really near Scottsdale, as far as I remember from checking out the address.
Oh, it says Loon Falls. Oh, let me see that.
Yeah, so there's Golden Falls, which I've never been to, and I bet that's a little longer of a drive, which is fine. Loon Lake Falls. Loon Lake is really awesome.
Is it?
And there's I haven't hiked back in there, but I've actually enjoyed. It's like a cove that you drive back in, and there's a swimming beach. And
Let's go there. That's fun because it's only 0.9 miles.
Oh, perfect. And then what did you see for Loon Lake Falls?
So let's see here. I downloaded it. Let's see. Falls. Yeah, the falls are kind of hidden, but it looks really pretty. Like it's a little lake. And then let's see. It is in Scottsburg. It's not very popular, but it's like a little hidden a hole in a wall.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Yeah.
So I used to take my child there, and it's got like a little, if it's still open, I mean, I don't know if they bounced back after the pandemic, but they had a little store and you could rent like
Yeah.
paddle boards. It's super cute.
Let's just go there and then we can just hang out there.
Okay, cool. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, because it's 0.9 miles round trip and it's still kind of a hike. And then we can spend the day there. It's by the water. It's a little hidden gem. There's a lodge there, looks like.
Yeah, there's a little lodge.
Mhm. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
I think that's a great option. But you've got those other two, Golden Falls and Smith River Falls.
Let me look it up. Let me look it up.
Yeah.
So Golden
If people,
Falls. Let me see Golden Falls. Let's see. Golden Falls. Golden Falls. And it's that one is, let me see. The Golden Falls is Silver Falls Natural Area. Silver Falls, there we go. So, oh, that one is a pretty one too. And that one is not
Yeah.
long. That one is 1.2 miles round trip, and it's only 150 elevation.
we could probably do both if they're that close.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's a
one could
pretty
be more-
one. That's a
One
very
could
pretty
be
one.
more the hike, and then the other we could swim.
Saunter.
What did you say?
I say one can be a hike, and then one can be a saunter.
There you go. Exactly. That's the group I'm going to start.
Well, you know, I had to kind of change a couple hikes in there because hike was very intimidating. So I did just whimsical, and I did like a saunter, and I did a walk.
Yeah.
No, I think this is pretty. I think we should do both if we have time, of course.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think those will be good options.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that one is just 1.2 miles round trip out and back. It says it's near North Bend, Oregon, generally considered as an easy route. It takes an average of 31 minutes to complete. This is a very popular area for hiking, so you encounter other people while exploring. The trail is open year round and it's beautiful to visit anytime.
Cool. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think Saturday sounds like it's mostly about hiking,
Yeah.
swimming, relaxing.
Yeah. So okay, so I'll send out another email with bring your bathing suit, bottle water. Yeah, and then
Maybe bars, like if people want to pack some bars for
Okay.
a little protein kit or whatever,
yeah.
it's just as, and when you're in the van, I will have snacks too though, so that's also safe.
Okay.
For everybody.
Okay, protein bars. Okay. Yeah, I'll send out another email. So yeah, I just need to call Amtrak and change the name of the person who is not going to Maria. So
Yeah. That's cool. And then Sunday, again, we can read the group. I feel like you all aren't heading back until later.
yeah, so let's see. On Sunday we're heading back. We're departing at 4:30. So
Okay.
we have to be there at least 4 o'clock, and then we arrive in Portland at 7 p.m. 7:05.
Okay. So yeah, we could, but so on the way back we'll drive. We're gonna do a big loop, which is gonna be awesome. So we'll head east from Scottsburg, and we'll head up through a little town called Elkton. On the way, there's an amazing elk viewing opportunity,
Okay.
which is super cool. And then we'll pop through this little town that has 4 wineries. If folks feel like they want to do that.
Okay.
So, it's not, it just kind of depends on the group, or if people want to just not do that because they'll be sleepy or,
Yeah. Okay. That sounds amazing. I like that. Wow.
and it's, yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just going to say this. I don't know if you have a 11 a.m. checkout because it's your friend's home, but I imagine with 11 a.m. checkout, we should just start heading east at that time.
Yeah, so what had happened is I made this reservation because a friend of mine lives out there. She moved there, and because she was an empty nester, And then she got
Mhm.
bored and she moved back a month later. So I
Oh my God.
when I made this trip, I had her in mind as the whole time I'm making the trip. I had her in mind, and then she came back to Portland. Now she got a job, and she can come. So that's why I rented this big house. I said we're not going to fit at your house, so that's why I rented the other place. So let me check
Yeah.
out. So the checkout, you're right. The checkout is 11 a.m. And after
Yeah.
all, she's not coming, but I'll make sure I take pictures to guilty her for not coming.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So checkout is 11. So we have to be out of there by then.
Yeah, so if we just kind of load up and start heading east, that'll give us a few opportunities before getting straight away back to Eugene to get out and enjoy some natural areas and or wine and or this cute little town of Elkton has some fun options too. I mean, it's literally like 5 buildings, but
Hey, at least yeah, we'll be exploring. See, that's the thing is we'll be exploring that area so that way they can go back and take their families there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And Elkton in particular, when we had, well, Florence for sure, is a great spot of, people I think know to go there maybe sometimes, but Elkton is like nobody, you would not know to go there. So it's a
Yeah.
fun thing to show people because they're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this little spot is all the way out here.
Yeah, I love the sand dunes up there. They're just spectacular.
Yeah, yeah. If you ever get a chance, we won't have time. I mean, this isn't this adventure, but go on one of the. Did you ever do a giant dune buggy ride out there?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty amazing. It's a huge, maybe 20-person, 30-person buggy.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, and it does. Exciting. And the person who guides you is telling you all about the 13 miles of sand dunes that are preserved. These are the sand dunes you can't hike on. They're preserved just for these slow rolling dune buggies.
Oh, wow.
And they're glaciers. They're old glaciers.
Mm.
And they have like each dune has its own little micro planet. It's got a lake, it's got trees, birds, and stuff, and all of the flora and fauna of each little lake on the dunes is its own little thing. Like they don't cross pollinate.
Oh, wow.
The birds from here don't go to the other island. It's just so cool.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
It's definitely worth it.
That sounds amazing. I love that. Okay, yeah, we have to do this again. As you can see, it was really, really popular. So
Yeah,
there was definitely
definitely.
a need, and so we'll definitely have to do this again.
Yeah, and I have lots of ladies in Eugene that were like, wait, it's already sold out? I'm like, oh yeah, I think it sold out like within a day.
I know, everybody like sent me the money, was like ka-ching, ka-ching. I'm like, wow, everybody's really committed to this one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I love these, Oregon-based mini retreats. So perfect.
Yeah, and there were 2 ladies who are coming who have never been out of their kind of compounds where they live. So this is a little adventure out of their town. So it's going to be a big deal for them, even though some of us have been to the coast many, many times. So this is such a big deal for them to be in a safe place with other like-minded spirits, and just, for us to be able to create the space. And then, and 2 of them had to make payments, but it was like, that's fine. That's okay. But yeah, it worked out beautiful.
Oh, that's so awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, good. Any other hanging thoughts that you had or questions or ideas?
I think what I'll just do right now is I'll write up an email and just send it to everybody one more time. And I told everybody already not to park their cars because my car was broken down. I went to Seattle a couple weeks ago, and I left my car there twice. One time I went to Salem, and it was just a pain in the butt. So anyways, I just felt like it's not good for people. I'd rather people take Ubers and stuff. So.
Yeah.
So that's what I said, and I can't think of anything, Amy, that she can do. Do you know what I know she wanted to help out.
Enlist her to bring an extra little bag of snacks,
Okay,
or something.
that's a good idea.
Like,
Yeah.
it's always better to have more than not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she'd be happy to do that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and I think that's all. And I'll have everybody bring a bottle of water, some extra snacks, and I'll go back. I wrote down the itinerary you told me about what we'll do. Kind of, we'll say we'll talk about this in the car, but it's open to exploring, and we'll make the decision because we have all that drive and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I did forget to mention one tiny little feature. After we leave the winery, we're going to have an opportunity to stop in the forest and grab a coffee or snacks or souvenirs.
Okay.
And just, yeah, it's so cute. This little coffee stand that's just in the middle of the forest. Everyone that I take there on these tours, they're just like, oh my God, that was the most place.
Exciting the trip.
Oh, me too. I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, awesome. All right. Well, I will see you on Friday then. So I'll send an email to all for everybody, so everybody is on the same page.
Okay, sounds great.
And then I'll put your phone number on there. So if people want to text you or something, they have questions right away that I can't answer.
Totally, that's fine. And do mention layers, that people bring layers.
Okay. Bring layers. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Did the place has a bathing suit? Do you remember? Did they have a pool?
I don't think they have a pool or a hot tub.
Oh, they don't.
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little to dip in, I'm not sure.
Got it.
On if they have an area that's not fully.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much, Holly.
See you in a few days.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Personally in my life, and if I have the energy to cultivate the relationship, that relationship is going to come out. I was into my family relationship with my sis, with my sibling.
Hello, beautiful souls. It's Rakshana Dream here. This is my first live video on YouTube directly. So it's pretty cool to be doing this live on YouTube. I wanted to take a moment today to come celebrate a big highlight in my life. Today is actually an event highlight. Today I'm celebrating 7 years in business. So Women's Lifestyle Coaching is celebrating 7 years. Women's Lifestyle Coaching LLC is 7 amazing years young. So excited for this. And I wanted to do a live video. What a great moment to do it on YouTube. So this is my first YouTube video. Let's see how that goes. If this is very successful, we will do many of this again in the future. But one of the things I wanted to celebrate because of my business, I want to take you more back of the history of how it all started. So in 2013, I got my bachelor's degree of science in human development. And I was so excited to get a job. And my friend Janelle helped me get a job in McMinnville. And I was driving 1 hour to work from Portland to McMinnville. And then I was driving an hour and a half back. I was super excited to get this job and right off graduation, because that college degree took about probably 10 years to finish. I would take classes, take a break, take classes, take a break, because I was a single mom. And through that journey, I realized when I got that job, I realized that even though I like helping people, that's not what I wanted to do. And that's how I went on and applied for help, asking therapists to help me, psychiatrists, because I was dealing with a lot of mental health, trying to find myself, and then later on hired coaches. And through that, I was able to start my business, creating my business part-time, coaching clients part-time, while I was working full-time in McMinnville and doing the drives. I was sometimes doing training for parents, and I had some side jobs on this hustle side jobs. I was doing training for childcare classes to get licensed in the home. I was doing trainings on the evenings, on the weekend, just trying to live life. So it's 7 years later, and I'm celebrating 7 years accomplishment of so many things. And what is amazing about this is not really about those 7 years. It's really the person I have become through that journey. The person I have become through their journey. So that means the lessons I've learned, the people I've met, the experience that I have endured, and the most uncomfortable places and spaces and experiences that I had to go through to learn through this. And I'm giving myself kudos, celebrating myself for this moment, because one, I know how it's hard to show up for your dreams and how hard it is to show up for what you believe. And two is I wasn't born in this country, so it took me a lot longer. Like, for example, my bachelor's, a lot longer to learn and gain the experiences. And then 3 is giving compassion to yourself through the journey and welcoming the journey and giving yourself compassion through that journey. And so I have a couple of things that I want to share with you through that, is that putting that business plan together, working with coaches, executing, I've created so many amazing projects. And I wanted to share some 5 tips that I do, 5 practices that I do that had helped me become this amazing, entrepreneur. But first, I'm going to share with you Women's Lifestyle Coaching, what it has. So Women's Lifestyle Coaching has a coaching practice. It has a retreat practice, a consultation practice, and inspiration speaking and trainings. And I have other products like the Confidence Speakers Catalyst that I cook, and other little philanthropy work and philanthropy consultation as well. So all of the things that I have learned, all of the things that I have created and planted and built the seeds and created this amazing tree and this amazing product and business, is I'm able to help my clients with the resources because I have done those myself. And now I wanted to share with you 5 things that I have practiced, I have implemented. I call them the 5 F's. So, as I celebrate today, my 7th year, I wanted to share with you, the first F is having faith. And faith is my daily practice. Faith means praying. Faith means meditating. Faith means mindfulness. Faith for me means, visualizing, seeing the dream. Faith means also looking at my vision boards and having gratitude. And when I say gratitude, is the practice of gratitude, of constantly sharing my gratitude with my friends, with my family, with my mastermind. All those things that I practice is through my faith. And that's my first one. And my second one is family and friends. That is very important to me, because I have shared this in the past about one of the things that was hard is when I gave up custody of my children, is knowing that I deserve good things, knowing that I deserve my kids in my life, and nothing will ever change about my life. Everything is the same. Nothing will ever change about my life. I'm still a mom. I'm still a wife. I'm still a friend. So cultivating relationship through family, I worked really hard towards that. And knowing that the mistakes I've done in the past and using those mistakes, how can I do better? So I always ask my nieces and my nephew, how can I do better being an aunt? And I always ask my husband, how can I be a great wife? Or my family member, how can I be more involved in their family, in their life? And that goes also relationships. Is my business partner, is how can I take my relationship to the next level? I respect my business partner so much that, we have this amazing relationship that we bring each other's clients or refer each other's clients, but also taking our relationship to the next growth, to the next level. So how can you grow your relationship to the next level? Because you don't want to be stagnant and be there. So that's number 2, is family and friends. And then number 3 is fitness. Always for me, fitness is not just about going to the gym. Fitness for me is, climbing that mountain. I use the mountain as, just an example that if I can climb that mountain over there, or I can climb this mountain over here, I can climb any mountain that's holding me back. Any mountain, it's going to take a couple steps. Of course, it's going to take a couple practices. It's going to take a lot of muscle building. So I climb mountains because the mountain has the same concept that if I can build my muscle to get to the top of the mountain, just imagine what mountain do I need to climb. So I don't go to the gym as I used to go before. I was such a gym fanatic. I walk the dog every day. I do yoga, and I climb mountains on weekend, because mountain is part of the fitness level. It's challenging my physical ability and challenging my mind ability and my emotional ability, knowing that if I can do that mountain, that means I can climb any metaphor of a mountain in my life. So that's the other one. So that's number 3. So number 1 is faith. And number 2 is family and friends. And number 3 is fitness. And number 4 is a financial freedom. So I believe that money is freedom. And how you view the name of money is actually also freedom to your inner peace. So if we make time for money and planning and finances, we're also making time for the future, how you value that money. So when I was a single mom and when I was working hard, I had 3 jobs. I remember there was a time where I was spending more time spending money that I was making, because I had that mindset. I was making more money, so I was spending it more. So I had to shift that mindset and put the finances down, seeing what's coming in and what's going out, to have a whole concept and how I want to create financial freedom. So money is a big thing for me, because coming from a former refugee, understanding coming to America, as people say, the America is where you come make dreams come true. I work with a financial advisor. I have worked with other people. I've worked with a coach who has helped me look at my financial, so that way I can build my financial freedom, so I can have more time to do the things that I want to do with my family and my friends. So that's number 4. And number 5 is fun. Fun is such a big deal for me, because play plays a big part in my life. So when at the beginning of the year, when I pull up my calendar, the first thing I do, I plan all my fun activities, all my fun events. So I'll plan out all my kayaking trips, all the mountains I'm going to climb, all the cities I'm going to go climb those mountains. And then I rally my friends and my business partner to go climb those mountains, because that is fun. That feeds me off. And I always say this to my husband. I said, God wants you to have fun. God wants you to have fun, because when we have fun, we are elevated. Our energy is elevated. We feel good. It's easy to make new relationships. It's easy to make more money. It's easy to build that financial freedom because you are relaxed. If you're constantly tense, aggravated and constantly working, you're not seeing the results of anything. You're always on the go. You're just so focused. You forget the sense of why you're building the life that you're building. So make sure that, I spend, most of my fun times being outside, because I love being outside. I love playing outside. I love being in a kayak. I love climbing mountains. So those are the 5 things I practice every day that has helped me build a women's lifestyle coaching. And a women's lifestyle coaching is not just a coaching practice. It's a retreat. It's a consultation. It's a mastermind. It's a community, it's a lifestyle. And I host events. Women's Lifestyle Coaching also hosts the African Fashion Show every year and does a lot of community events outside, do hiking community outside. So under the umbrella of a women's lifestyle, there's a lot of products under it that offers clients based on what they need. So those are my 5 things about life, about balance. So it is faith, family, fitness, financial freedom, and fun, and finding balance in all, so that way you can create the life that you want. All right, beautiful souls. It is so lovely to come live here on YouTube. This is my first time. Excited. I hope this becomes many of more. So much love, hugs, abrazos, kisses. Bye.